मैं 9 साल की थी जब मुझे बुखार हुआ था, उल्टी हुआ था, तो मैं म्यूनसिपालिटी हॉस्पिटल में गई। सीटी स्कैन, एमआरआई, खून तपास सब किया, तो बाद में मालूम पड़ा कि मेरे को एमएस है।
I couldn't walk straight. I was wobbling, and my family was like, maybe it's something to do with giddiness or something. Finally, I saw a neurologist, and he suggested that I get an MRI done urgently. He was so furious at us, saying that, what were you guys doing for 10 days? But how are we supposed to know, that what I have is MS?
See, multiple sclerosis is an uncommon disease, so a lot of people don't know about it. Basically, it affects young individuals, affects girls more than boys, and it's a disease of the nervous system. Our nerves are like electric wires. There is a wire from inside and there is a covering from outside. So in this disease, the covering is peeled off. Because the covering is peeled off, the wires inside come in contact with each other, and it's a kind of short circuiting, to put it in simple terms. The symptoms come over a period of 2 or 3 days, stay for a while and get better. Because they get better, a lot of people never see a neurologist or never see a doctor.
After my first attack, I recovered completely, and I did not even think twice about what happened to me, and I continued with my work. After about a year, I got my second attack wherein it affected my vision. And this time around also, I did not think much about the disease. Then the third attack was which shook me completely. It had affected my speech. I used to talk in long pauses. And if you're working for a corporate scenario and your speech is like this, it completely disrupts your social life in the office.
Depending on which area of the central nervous system is affected, it may result in disturbance of vision, double vision, imbalance of the gait, difficulty in walking, even the bladder disturbance. Over time, say over 10, 15, 20 years, many of them get disabled and require wheelchair, cane, or even, unfortunately, some may get bedridden.
See, if you look at the society, everyone knows about cancer, everyone knows about polio, everyone knows about heart attack. But if you go around asking, do you know what multiple sclerosis is? You will find very few people who know what multiple sclerosis is. This situation we call an orphan situation, and these diseases are called orphan diseases because no one knows about them, they are not common, and therefore not much is done about it.
I was treating a young man, must have been 25, 30. He was brought to me for difficulty in walking, double vision, and very regrettably I diagnosed multiple sclerosis. And in some ways I felt very sad because there was nothing I could do to prevent the progress of the disease.
So when a patient is diagnosed, he is at a complete loss. The society doesn't know what disease he has got. Sometimes his doctors don't know what disease he's got, and he doesn't know where to look up to. In this situation, what really helps people is a support group.
I am Sheila Chitnis, and this MSSI and MS journey started with my husband as the first patient with the society. We just started getting together in 84 with the support from Volta's managing director, Mr. Tobaccowala, and Rehmat Fazalboy, a very good social worker in that time. And when she heard my story, she thought that, okay, there may be less number of MS patients at that time, but they also need a support group. So this is how we started getting together. 85 we got registered with the charity commissioner, income tax, everything, and we started working.
When patients come back and report to us, they definitely like the medical consultation. They want to talk to us. They want to know how we look at disease. But a lot of them do mention that they like to talk to the MS Society people. They're very happy when the MS Society people visit them. They're very happy when the physiotherapist goes home, and they develop a kind of friendship with the physiotherapist and the workers of the MS Society of India.
I didn't have any hopes of a normal life, but they were so good to me. They heard out everything that I had to say, and slowly, gradually, they counseled me and got me out of my depression, and they were the ones who installed the positivity in me. What I am today is all thanks to them.
One of our most important projects that we have is counseling, which is done on the phone, which is done by visiting patients, and another one is homebound physiotherapy, which we have. We also have annual free medical camps which we give to patients.
The annual medical camp is a joy because under one roof on one day they get all specialists together, and a patient who would have had to visit 10 different specialists gets all the consultations in one day, starting from the dental to the neurological to the physiotherapist and whatever else he or she may have.
We also have the Mera Sapna project. So if anybody has a wish, we try to fulfill them. It could be just small wishes that could be fulfilled. If somebody has never been to an ashram, they've never been to Sai Baba Mandir, or they haven't been to one of these Ganpatis, Parel Ganpatis, they make small wishes and we try to fulfill them. And then of course to bring about awareness, because MS has very little awareness. We try to do as much as we can, but awareness is what is lacking. So we try to bring about awareness, and to do that we have our MS walks, and we are very fortunate to have our cause ambassador Milind Soman, and he does a lot for the cause.
When I first heard of multiple sclerosis about, I would say 12 years ago now, I was accosted, I would say, by Mrs. Sheila Chitnis in Shivaji Park in Bombay. And she asked me to do something to create more awareness about multiple sclerosis. Of course, I had never heard of it. When she told me what it was and that it can happen to anybody at any age, it was a kind of shocking information. And I realized how important it was that people should know about this. Because if you know about this and you see the symptoms early, you can treat it, you can have a better life even though you are afflicted with the disease. And so I decided that I would do whatever I could with whatever power I had or the position that I enjoy to spread awareness about the disease and to help the MS Society in the amazing work that they're doing.
Our cause ambassador, Mr. Milind Soman, suggested, why don't you participate in the Mumbai Marathon? I said, okay, fine, I will, thinking that he was referring to the dream run, which is about 7 kilometers. And he said, no, half marathon, 21 kilometers. And I'm like, are you joking me and 21 kilometers? Of course not, I just can't do that. Well, but he was very confident that I would be able to do it. It was his confidence which helped me boost my morale. And I said, okay, fine, I will do it.
I was inspired to inspire her, seeing the kind of struggle that she has made with her life with a very positive attitude. That in turn for me is an inspiration.
And when I reached there, trust me, all the tiredness in me completely disappeared. I felt like I was in heaven. I had conquered the world, and it was the most amazing feeling that I've ever had.
there's a lot of treatment available, a lot of research going on, and there are many agents available now to reduce the chances of these episodes occurring. There is no cure as yet. Unfortunately, although these drugs have been introduced in India, they're very expensive, and majority of the patients are denied the treatment to get the benefit of these advances and the treatment available.
मेरे पापा को कुछ साल पहले कैंसर हुआ था। 1 साल बाद भाई भी ऑफ हो गया, इसके लिए और तकलीफ हो गई। मेरे पापा मम्मी को लोन लेना पड़ा मेरे वजह से, और खर्चे पे खर्चा हो रहे थे। घर का तकलीफ देख के धागा कटिंग का एम्ब्रॉयडरिंग का कारखाना है, इसके लिए मैं भी उधर जाती हूँ, काम करती हूँ। उधर पता नहीं है कि मुझे MS है, क्योंकि मुझे डर है कि कहीं और लोग को पता लगने के बाद मुझे निकाल न दे। इसके लिए मैं सोसाइटी से गुजारिश करती हूँ कि उन्हें भी एक मौका दिया जाए, वो भी अपने पैरों पे खड़े होना चाहते, उन्हें भी करने देना चाहिए काम। डॉक्टर लोग ने मुझे यहाँ का पता दिया है MS का, तो फिर मैं इधर आई, तो इधर के लोग को मैंने बताया अब मेरे दवाई में बहुत खर्चा हो रहा है, हम लोग ने दूसरे से कर्जा लिया है, तो मेरा खर्चा उन्होंने आधा अपने इस पे लिया, अपने तरफ से दवाई दिया, सुई दिया। MS के अंदर जब मैं आई तो मुझे मालूम भी नहीं था कि मेरे को इतना अच्छा परिवार मिलने वाला है। जैसे एक फैमिली हो तो दूसरी फैमिली ये है मेरे लिए। मेरे को ऐसा लगने ही नहीं दिया कि मैं बीमार हूँ, इतना प्यार देते थे कि मैं बोलूँ भी तो कम है।
The expense runs in thousands of rupees every week in the form of injections and tablets. And it is well beyond the means of most of us Indians to be able to support themselves to treat this disease. And therefore, it is very important that they have support from their employer, support from social services, so that they can sustain these financial drain.
MS Society continuously need flows of funds, and so I appeal to corporates, to trusts, to all individuals also, whatever they can help us with is always welcome and which is always needed.
Fortunately, we have Multiple Sclerosis Society of India, which has been in operation not only in Mumbai but in several areas, have chapters in various states in India. As a result, they are able to provide some assistance and support. But the society needs your kind consideration, a lot of help from you, so that the patients in general are helped through the society.
The MS Society not only helps the MS patients cope with this colossal and incurable disease, but it also helps de-stress the caregivers. MS patients' families go through a lot of financial and emotional trauma, and I appeal to the public to help the MS Society in their encouragement and support of MS patients.
When you know that you're not the only one in the world, you gain great courage from it. And that's where I think the Multiple Sclerosis Society of India has been doing commendable work. One, in bringing about awareness, and second, in uniting all these multiple sclerosis persons.
Yes, I do support the MS cause. I think it's the duty of every Indian, every human being on this planet to support this cause. So do it with your entire might, with your entire being. This disease devastates the unfortunate person who has been struck by it. We can do what we must do is to sensitize our neighbors, our society about how devastating this disease can be. I applaud the MS Society of India for doing all that it is doing. I stand firmly behind them in every endeavor of theirs. May the force be with them. As they say, man lives in hope and dies in hope. It is our duty as a human being to keep this fire of hope alive in those unfortunate people who have been struck by this deadly disease.